Sonic Prime. This is the new animated Sonic show that just hit Netflix. And I finally finished watching the first season of the show. And I enjoyed it. I got some problems with it. And I wanted to talk about the show. Um, what I liked, what I didn't, that type of thing. Um, my problem with this show is just Sonic is um, is great in this show, and the animation's great, and it has a lot of fun game references. There, it's funny. I don't even know Sonic that well. I'm mostly here's to be honest. Most of my experience comes with playing the first few games on little those portable little Sega things. I forget what they're called, but yeah, I had one of those, and we'd play that. And then I had I've seen the Sonic movie, so, and I've seen a couple of the Sonic animated series. The one from the one where Doctor Robotnik takes over the world and everybody's roboticized. Whatever that one's called, that one's my favorite. And yeah, I'm not a huge Sonic guy though. I'm not like some crazy nut who plays all the games, knows everything. So it was fun to see this show point out, have little references that even I noticed. And there's a lot of fun characters and surprises in the show, and it's got the whole gang. Like you see Rouge the Bat, you see what's that fat purple dude? I forget what he's called, but you see all these fun characters. When usually it's usually just Amy, Shadow, and maybe well, even Shadow. I don't think Shadow's really got a fun play in the cartoons, but for the most part, you see Knuckles, you get Tails, you get the normal ones. Amy, you don't really see a lot of the other ones. So it's nice to see a show that's a little bit different. The animation's gorgeous. Has a lot of great action scenes. Like I said, I really enjoyed the references. I love the music, and I really enjoyed all the voice acting. And I enjoyed a lot of the action. It was very fluid, very exciting, very fun, very quick. I think where the show loses me a little bit. So the plot of this show is that basically Sonic in the first episode breaks this little thing that Eggman's using, and ends up entering multiple alternate realities where all of his friends are different, and he has to figure out what to do. And some of that's interesting and that's cool. My problem was it just got repetitive after a certain point because all the characters, Sonic gets to another reality. He's confused about why this person doesn't like him or whatever, and then has to get them to grow to love and appreciate him, and reunite his spark with his friends that he knows. So it's a little repetitive and got a little annoying after a certain point. And I really enjoyed the show and I had fun with it, but at a certain point they got really irritating. Otherwise, I think this is a pretty solid Sonic show. I think it's probably the best modern Sonic show. I think the one from the '90s, I forget. There's two different ones from the '90s. I can't remember if it's Adventures of the Sonic the Hedgehog or just Sonic the Hedgehog. There was two shows that came out at the same time, and they both were Sonic cartoons, and it was very weird. So yeah, I really enjoyed this show, and I'm excited for season two. Hopefully, you can make this story just a little bit stronger for me personally, but I still really like this show. I think it was cool.